I don't know whether it's an internal drive as a man in particular, but like we always seem to want more money.
Yeah. Or people were talking about make money, and everyone feels that making money is the most important thing there is to be happy.
Does that scare you? Because you've got a child on the way.
Oh my Lord, almighty day, I've come a long, long way, and I've been lost in a lonely place. They're recognizing me, oh my Lord, oh my days, I've come a long, long way.
So welcome to a new kind of video. You might recognize this handsome chap from a video that I did called Real Wardrobes, but today's video is going to be different. We are literally going to grab a cup of coffee. We've got your royal mug.
Royal mug, beautiful.
And we're just going to... I don't know where this conversation's going to go. I have an idea in my mind where I want to take this, but... let's just start by...
here.
Who are you? Like,
I'm here.
Tell everyone who you are.
So, my name is Johan. I run a online business called sharpdapper.com where I sell accessories for men and women. I met Paul at StyleCon last year. We've been meeting up a few times since, chatting.
We've been dating on and off. Yeah. But, I mean, this is going to be as real as I possibly can make it, and I want you to be honest. But we had a conversation about wealth. It was at my event.
Yeah.
When was that? Like April, May time? And success, like how would you define success personally? Because you work for yourself, there's a shed there where you literally make your shirt stays by hand. And we were discussing money in terms of, is it more money you make that makes you more successful? What's your kind of take on it? And then I'll share my thoughts.
Well, I remember you brought up this about... Or people were talking about make money, and everyone feels that making money is the most important thing there is to be happy. And I raised my hand and I said, well, I don't make that much money. I make money so I can support myself and pay the rent and be happy with my wife. But that's all I want, really. I don't have this urge to become the wealthiest man in the cemetery. I think the more money you make, the more stressed you get, if I'm honest. And as long as I can keep my business rolling, growing slowly but surely, then, I'll be happy. That's all I need. Be able to spend time with my family. I have a kid coming. This is recorded on a Friday. I'm actually becoming a father on Monday.
So yeah, Johan's becoming a father on Monday. So, I mean, we'll dive into it a little bit deeper, but I think you're obviously more about freedom than money, right?
Yeah.
So if you could live this life that you're living now in comparison to maybe like a 6-figure salary working in the city, working 60 hours a week, what would you take? Like this,
definitely this. I'm so happy that I'll be able to... My wife is going to take a year off, and I'm so happy that I'll be able to be here with her because I'm working from home. I'm going to be with her through the whole thing. I'm going to change diapers, I'm going to feed the baby, I'm going to do what she's doing, and that's making me so happy. Can't imagine being stuck in an office, having to leave my family at this, especially in the beginning of the whole fatherhood thing. I want to be there.
Yeah, and I can relate to that because obviously when I started working online, it was, I wanted freedom. I wanted to work on a beach and make money, but it was just after I lost my dad, so there was something inside me that said I want to do this as a father. If I can. My dad wasn't there. He was there. He was an active, hands-on dad, but he would work in the morning, come home, probably go for a run, and then he'd work again because he had like a side business, physiotherapy, and my mum was like. She was always there. Yeah. And I was like, I want that freedom to be able to be a dad. And I think dads now get like 2 weeks maternity leave.
Yeah,
something like that. So there's more... What do they get in there?
Oh, I'm not sure how it is, but I think they get about 1.5 years that they have to split between the mum and the dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And dad has to take some time off. I have a friend who he took like 9 months off work, and they get paid like 70% of their wages throughout the whole time or something. So you don't have to worry about money, because that's something that's stressing me out now a little bit with my wife not being at work, and I need to make sure that my business will grow so it can sustain us now for this year, that she's not going to be.
So that's the question. If we go back to you saying that you're happy, you'd rather this than a 6-figure salary, but you're saying that you would like a little bit more money. Do you feel like that's always going to be the case?
Well,
because I remember I was earning hardly anything. I was working the bar job to keep the business going, and then I hit a point where I was making more money than I've ever made, and I still wasn't happy. I was like, I want more,
Yeah.
and then it's like, I don't know whether it's an internal drive as a man in particular, but like we always seem to want more money.
Yeah. Well, I want to be able to support my family, but also when it comes to my business, if I don't grow my business, it will become stagnant, and that's one of the most dangerous things there is, because then you just won't care, and instead of growing, the business is probably going to close, and I have to grow the business.
Does that scare you? Because you've got a child on the way.
It does scare me a little bit, but it's also I'm quite happy the baby's coming, because it's giving me this push that I haven't necessarily had before.
Yeah.
I have been comfortable. My wife's been going to work. I've been going out to my shed. I've been sitting there working. I come in, I cuddle the cats. They look cute on the sofa, and I go, I'm just going to have a little lie down. And then 2 hours later, it's like,
it's pussy galore in here, right?
I should have probably worked. One thing that I've noticed, my wife's been off for 2 weeks now before the baby's born, and having her home is one of the best things that could have happened for my business, because I've actually been working.
Yeah, you have to. She's like keeping an eye on you, like, you working on her?
No, it's like she's home all the time, so I can't just take that little...
But no, going back to that drive, like when, I think when you become a dad, for me in particular, is like it wasn't instant.
Yeah.
I remember just crying like a baby when Teddy was born, and it's like, wow, this is the most amazing thing, but then the first month is hard, and then it clicks. It's like, this isn't just me now. Like, I mean, obviously I've got Freddie as well, and me and Amy were engaged, and I thought, I'm getting married. But you do have a new drive that it does push you forward.
Yeah.
But it's also scary, because it's not, if the business doesn't do as well as it does, you've got someone else to provide for. But
go back to bar work. Woo!
Yeah, so
nothing wrong with that. I love bar work.
But in terms of you being a dad, in terms of money, what lesson would you maybe teach to your... Is it boy or girl? Do you know?
It's a little girl. I've got a bunch of names ready. Going to see her. I'm going to decide.
Paulina's
lovely. Elliot from Rambling Co. He's like, Elliot's a nice name. Like, yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Paulina.
Yeah, Paulina's good. I'll tell Susie. He can be on the list.
Or Paul.
Yeah, just Paul.
Sure.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Question was, what would you want to teach your
Paulina
in terms of money, like the lessons that you would give her?
I think from an early start, I would try to teach her that you're not just going to get stuff for free. You will have to actually, if you want a piece of a Lego castle, you will have to do something to deserve it. Either do housework and stuff,
or make some shirt stays.
That'd be perfect.
How old is she going to be when she's out there in the shed?
If she's not sewing by the age of 3,
she can get a job.
Yeah, get a job. No, but definitely everything that you want, it costs money. You're not just going to get it for free. And something that I'm really bad at, I want to try to push into her is just save money. Don't just waste money on shit, because I've wasted money on shit.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating when you think back and you go, I spent 100 quid on this thing and I have never worn it.
Yeah.
Just be
it's that balance,
careful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I think I've spoken about this before, but I was like, my mum my mum was a cleaner. She was like a childminder. She did all of the shit jobs that earned like little wage.
Yeah.
And every penny that she had would go on me and my brother. Like if I wanted a new Liverpool Football Club kit, she'd Liverpool, you know, the best team in the world. She would save up and then she would buy me the kit. So that was her mentality. Where my dad's mentality was he had quite a comfortable job.
Yeah.
And he was obsessed with money. Like, you know, he had money in the banks, but he had cheap holidays, like tight. You know, same with my granddad, very, very tight with their money. And my dad was saving for retirement, early retirement. So he said, I'm going to save my money. I'm going to retire early, get like a mobile home somewhere and relax.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you know, he took his own life. So it was, as soon as I started to make money after my dad, I was like, I'm spending this.
Yeah.
So I was making a lot of money, spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I overspent even when I was making...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The more money you have, the more you spend.
Yeah, it was just, I'd spend it on crazy things. Like, I remember going into a store and I saw 2 shirts. They were about £100, about £150 a shirt. Different colours, and I'll just take them both.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have that money to actually do that.
Yeah.
I didn't have a house. I didn't have, you know, I had a car on finance. Everything was just that millionaire mindset, but I didn't have it in the bank. And then obviously I then got in a lot of debt from that.
Yeah.
So it was then, okay, my dad maybe was right somewhere. Like, you have to save. But at the same time, his mentality wasn't right. So it's the balance, like spend on, you know, enjoy life experiences for me, but at the same time, like, you do need to have savings, you need to invest well.
Yeah, but that's...
And I'm still learning, like, I'm no expert at all, but I feel like I'm still learning.
But that's stuff that's really scary now, because, like, we will get older and we need to make sure that we do have money when we get older, because the government's probably not going to help as much as we want. And Susie is on me all the time going, have you sorted out your pension scheme yet?
Yeah.
I don't have one, but I should. Or just start a savings account for when I get older. It's not hard, but it should be done. Really.
Do you think it's like a different mentality as well? Like, I find that that's a very old school.
Yeah, but it's a very good one. Like, me personally, I would much rather live comfortably when I'm older than now, I think.
Yeah. And there's a have you seen the YouTube video? I'll link up in the description. If money was no object.
No.
It's a video that says, if money was no object, what would you do? And that again made me realise that, you know, so many people work, you know, jobs in the city, high stress jobs to make money, but they don't have the time to experience like travel, experience time with their children. So do you think that this is what you would do if, like, money was no object? Like, just do as you're doing, or would you travel more, or
play golf and run for president? No.
President. You could do maybe a better job. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I would be a great president, I think. Yeah, I've got some great ideas.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, probably not. It's money no object. It's hard. I probably would travel a bit, experience things, but I'm happy here.
I feel like I had such a negative mindset on money as well. It's like, you know, money's the devil. Like, people that are rich, you know, are very nice people, but again, I think that's all bullshit. I think money is, you know, it's a huge opportunity to do more of what you love.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't have the money that I've got, then I wouldn't, you know, or the money that I make from the business, I wouldn't be able to do what I love to do.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like, you know, you still need money.
Yeah.
I think, again, that's a huge misconception. You know, people might... I remember someone saying to me, when are you going to get a real job, Paul? Like, when are you going to go and get a real job? Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, selling accessories at the time. And...
that's what I do.
Yeah, and then you copy mine, don't you? And I think because I went against the normality, it was like... where am I going with this? But I think there shouldn't be a negative mindset around money. I love money. Like, I'm not afraid to admit I love money. I want more money. I want to make more money. And I've learned enough now over the last 8 years of being on this, you know, business journey, and I'm still learning that, you know, I'm not gonna waste it. I'm not gonna just completely change my lifestyle if I've got more money.
I think it's very different. When you started, it's very different from the way it is now. I do feel that a lot of people that do all these social media things now, they expect, what's the word I'm looking for? They think they deserve the attention.
Yeah.
Is that what I say? Is that what I mean?
And also I think they've got a taste of how much people are making.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron, like, I was Aaron's first sponsored video, like, you know, and I didn't even pay him. I just sent him 2 products.
Yeah, it was me with Antonio.
Yeah, exactly.
Chef's Day 6 years ago.
6 years ago. And now, obviously, Aaron has a list of people wanting to sponsor him.
Yeah.
And again, you know, people now look at Aaron and other guys, influencers on Instagram, and they say, wow, they're making £10,000 for a post. I want to do that. And it's like they're doing it for the wrong reasons, aren't they? I mean, maybe, you know.
I think a lot of it's down to this. People want to be famous.
Yeah.
Which I...
But this is a question for you, because I want to... Have you ever been given money for something that you didn't want to do, for something you didn't want to do, and then you neglect that money in some way? So for me, I've been paid for, you know, sponsorships maybe that I felt a bit uneasy doing, but because at the time I needed the money, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I'll put it out, and then the money that I've made from that sponsorship I've spent because I feel like I didn't deserve it in some way.
No.
Prostitution?
Nope.
Drug dealing?
Nope. Hang on. No. No, I've never, all the money that I have made in my life until 4 years ago, I worked behind a bar and I made money, bar work. I got a job as an extra as well in TV series and movies.
Anything we know?
That's hilarious. I was in Mr. Selfridge season 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And a few other things. Call the Midwife. Peep Show.
Really?
Yeah. Quite the CV here. Worked for different spirit brands and stuff. Worked at cocktail company. Everything has been paid, and I loved doing it. That's one thing I do find difficult with review posts and stuff online, because they all get paid a lot of money. And how honest can you be when you get paid to review something? There's one thing if people buy the stuff themselves and try it, then you can be honest about it. But if someone's giving you a lot of money, like, how honest can you be?
Well, I think from a business side now, and this is changing a little bit. I think with influencer marketing I had one recently and there was no guideline. Yeah. It was like, I want you to review this. It was a big brand. Review the product. And you can talk about it in any way that you want. Whatever your style of video is, you do it. And I think that's more beneficial for the influencer, and it's more beneficial for the brand, because as soon as I start going, you know, it sounds a bit scripted, you know, people on the magazine or on YouTube, whatever it is, they're gonna know. Yeah. And that's slowly changing. I think more brands are saying to the influencer, do something with this, do whatever you want with it. Yeah. And they're probably going to make more sales that way than to say, here's the product. I want you to post on Instagram using this caption, using this. There's no authenticity there. But if we go back to wealth, so how would you define being wealthy? Would you say it's being rich, or would you say it's being...
I'd say being comfortable and I don't want to say satisfied. Be always... No, that's hard to say as well, because I watch Dragon's Den and I see the dragons and I go, oh my God, the only thing these guys thinking about is money. That is... Obviously, it's a TV show, but I can't imagine these people being this driven, even if they're not on TV. Like, the only thing they're thinking about is money and how they're going to make more money. And I find it quite sad, if I'm honest. Like, being driven is good. We all need to have a little bit of drive. If I didn't have drive, like I said, my company wouldn't grow. And it does need to grow, because if it becomes stagnant, no one's going to buy the stuff because everything just looks boring. Yeah. It's... a good example is German Street, down by Piccadilly, which is the second street after Savile Row when it comes to men's tailoring and stuff. And you walk on that street and it looks really sad, because it feels like quite a few of the brands there are stagnated. And you look in the shop windows and you go, I would never go in there. You look at their website and you like, I don't want to buy anything.
Not like evolving in any way.
No, they're not evolving. They trust in their old customers to come back, but... No offense, but they're getting older, and you need to get new customers on board.
So
you do have to have a little bit of drive.
So where is your drive coming from? Is it more money, or is it?
Well,
Is it you not wanting to go back to a job?
Yeah, me being able to be home. I need to make more money so I can provide for my family and be comfortable where we're living, and not having to do anything else.
Yeah, because I think my drive is always. I say it was trying to make my dad proud. Like after I lost my dad, I was like, I don't want to do what he did. So that was a bit of drive, but it was all ego driven at the beginning. It was like, I want this website that everyone knows. I want my friends to say, wow, like this is amazing. I wanted more money. I wanted the car. I wanted a nice house. And I think that's such the wrong way of doing it. Like using that drive for more money to get more material stuff and to boost your ego. Yeah. Because then when I was, I wasn't making a huge amount of money, but money online quite easily about 5 years ago. And I don't know, I still didn't feel fulfilled. Yeah. I was like, all right, I've got it now. Look, what's next? And I'm glad I lost a lot of that anyway, because again, then I learned. I will never do that again. I will never chase money for the wrong reason. Yeah. And people always say this as well. And again, Lewis Howes says it, and I'm starting to do it now, like creating content that I want to create. And you always find a way to make money from it. Yeah. If you don't go in with that intent of I'm doing this to make money. And I remember hearing that and thinking, that's so cheesy. Like,
yeah. Well, it's like with I've launched a YouTube channel. Well, I've had it for a while, but I've never really done anything with it. And I just started making videos. Yeah. And in the end, I'm making these videos talking about my products, answering questions that people have about my products, so people will understand them and buy them. That's the reason I'm doing the videos. I'm not doing it for any other reason, really. Yeah. And I want people to get to know me, who I am, and trust me, hopefully, and buy into what I'm selling. Yeah, because you like I say to you, you make the shirt stays. Yeah. So it's people need to see the person behind the making it, but. And I feel like if you're given enough value, like through content, through, the product, you're always probably going to find money. But, people go into it the wrong reasons. The reason why my accessories business didn't do very well is because I went into it for the wrong reason. It was like, I want to become a huge brand because I want to make a lot of money. Yeah. Whereas if I was to go maybe into e-commerce now, it would be like, I'm doing this for the reason where I want to help people. I want to create an amazing product. Yeah. And money is, down the list. Yeah. Well, that's why I started it. I wore shirt stays, and one day I just went, I can make these better. I can market them better because not a lot of people wear them. 7 years ago, and I think it's a great product that more people should wear. Mm-hmm. I was so passionate about it. Since I started 7 years ago, there's now another like 10, 15 brands out there making accessories similar to mine to tuck your shirt in, which is incredible. Like when I started, it was only like one guy in the US that sold to the military, and that was it. The branding was shit. The product itself wasn't very good. It was fairly cheap. So I just wanted to make it better. Yeah. And then over time, my brand evolved, and like after a year, we were bored of just selling shirt stays. Like, oh, braces is good, tucked in, like pulled up. That's great, and it's just evolving. Yeah, and I think again, it's coming at that level of that you started with one product and then it's just more and more and more. That's something I'm actually really proud of, because a lot of brands, some of my competitors out there, they've been on Kickstarter with this revolutionary product. There's nothing revolutionary about it. It's been around for over 100 years. Yeah, yeah. And they got so much money on Kickstarter and been able to spend on PR and stuff, and they got such a, what do you call it? Like, got ahead of me. Yeah. Because of all this money on Kickstarter. While I've been growing my business organically, I buy some stuff, I make it, I sell them, I have some more money, I buy some more products, and then I prefer that way of growing, if I'm honest, because it's less stressful, I think. Yeah, less stressful. I don't like stress. But you have a base of sales now, right? I remember last time we was here, I was like, how many sales you make in a day? So I remember you saying that you have money coming in every day. And it's the same as me. People call it passive income. And I've always wanted to have a base, especially when you work for yourself, because it's like if you're chasing a sale
and then 1 month you don't make any money at all, that's when it gets dangerous. So for me, I have money coming in, same with you.
Yeah.
So do you feel more comfortable with that? Like having that money as a base? Do you fear that could go?
Yeah, of course. But I think that's also a good thing, because that also drives you to try to get more sales. And
but also, is that a negative? I remember when I was making some money, consistently, and then when I lost that consistency, I started to make more money because I had more drive.
Yeah. It is. I find it quite stressful sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I have an average, and if I go below that average on a day, I go, oh, crap. That wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And then the day after, you do twice the amount of money as you did 2 days ago, and you go, oh.
Yeah.
It's a very...
Do you check it every day?
Yeah, of course.
You say you're like addicted to like checking sales and...
Analytics, Google Analytics. I go on several times a day.
I used to love that.
Oh, it's 5 people on my website right now. Oh, one is going to checkout. This is incredible.
Following them along the funnel. Like, they're bought.
Yeah, and now you showed me the YouTube one as well. Oh my, so much analytics. I'm not going to get any babysitting.
But from a business perspective, that's you need to know your analytics.
Yeah.
Like Antonio, he's very much... I think he does that every morning. He'll look at his analytics, look at his sales, look at his YouTube analytics, But yeah, I mean, I've got it on my phone and I'm just like scrolling through my analytics sometimes on YouTube. Like, why hasn't this got as many views?
Yeah.
And that's why I started to do more videos like this, because I shouldn't be worrying about views, But, so yeah, I think that's really what I wanted to speak about today is does money make you successful?
I don't think so.
No. Money is, of course, a huge... benefit. I mean, we all need money. We all I love traveling. I love experience and stuff, and I wouldn't be able to do that without money.
Yeah.
But I would choose freedom over money any day of the week. Like I wake up when I say I wake up whenever I want to wake up. I've got kids. It doesn't work.
You wake up when your kids want you to.
But I could nap. I could say, Johan, Amy might be watching this. I'm gonna go for a quick nap upstairs. Yeah. I can choose when I go to the gym. I can choose, and I love that freedom. And I would choose this over any day. Working in the city, I've done it for a little bit, but not in the city. But working a 9 to 5, I would choose freedom and less money over a high-paying job, working a lot.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I think I agree with that. It's nice to be able to do your own schedule. But then again, it's hard. It is. It's up and downs with this as well, like with every job.
Especially working online when you've got adult websites. No, Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the subject that we've been talking about. Anything that you want to share it in the comments. Hopefully you've liked this style of video. Maybe we'll change this to beer next time. We've drunk our coffees anyway.
Yeah.
But guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you do. All of the links to this guy will be in the description below. And I'll see you all in a video very, very soon. See you later.
Take care.